Nuclear disarmament has been a top priority of the international community. Pakistan remains committed to the goal of a nuclear weapons-free world that is achieved in a universal, verifiable, and non-discriminatory manner. This goal can be best advanced by implementation of the cardinal principles of SSOD1, that is, the primary responsibility of militarily significant states, the pursuit of disarmament measures in an equitable and balanced manner to ensure that no state or group of states obtains advantage over others at any stage, and undiminished security at the lowest possible level of armaments. The largest nuclear weapon states, disregarding their nuclear disarmament obligations, continue to modernize their arsenals. Not only is there a reluctance to negotiate new arms control agreements, but we also now hear arguments in favor of further increase in the number of nuclear weapons. The relentless weaponization of new and emerging capabilities and its integration and coexistence with the nuclear domain is only going to make the pursuit of nuclear disarmament more challenging. The states which do not need to produce fissile material are after having already amassed several tons of fissile material in excess, are pushing for cost-free proposals such as quantitative capping of fissile material as the next logical step. In these diversionary tactics, they are joined with fervor by states who rely on others for extended deterrence. On the issue of FMCT, we would like to reiterate that the time to pursue this flawed approach has long passed. A treaty which only results in a cutoff in the future production of fissile material without including existing stocks in its scope would be a non-starter, given that it would perpetuate asymmetries and will have no added value for nuclear disarmament. If the proponents of the FMCT are serious in addressing the issue of fissile material production, they should start by rejecting double standards and ceasing nuclear cooperation with a country in South Asia that continues to amass stockpiles outside safeguards and is now on the path of a major breakout in terms of fissile material production. Short of that, their calls for moratorium or a cut-off treaty ring hollow. Madam Chair, until the realization of a world without nuclear weapons, negotiating a legal instrument on assuring non-nuclear weapon states against the use or threat of use of nuclear weapons remains the most urgent task. An international convention on NSAs will help in reducing global nuclear risks and would have a transformational impact on creating a conducive international and regional security environment. In the absence of any security-driven constraint on NSAs, hedging progress on this issue with forward movement on other areas is not helpful. Pakistan will also present its traditional draft resolution on NSAs. We look forward to its adoption with the widest possible support. Madam Chair, in order to make progress in nuclear disarmament, it is also important to acknowledge the link between disarmament and the legitimate imperatives that drive states to acquire these weapons. These drivers could include threats from larger military forces, existence of unresolved disputes, absence of effective security mechanisms, and lack of implementation of the UN Charter and its resolutions. For some others, it may be because of reasons related to prestige and status, when a state aspires to join a certain league of states possessing that capability. A case in this point is India, which first introduced nuclear weapons in our region, nuclearized the Indian Ocean, refuses to commit to non-testing, threatens aggression against Pakistan, rejects implementation of resolutions on Jammu and Kashmir of the UN Security Council, where it wants to sit as a permanent member, and spurns dialogue on restraint measures. Madam Chair, in conclusion, while sharing the long-standing disappointment over lack of fulfillment of nuclear disarmament obligations, we believe we should also intensify our efforts in addressing the security concerns of states which force them to pursue measures for self-defense. I thank you very much.